say that like that.
Hey man, hey, I'm a Ninja Turtles fan, okay? I will ooze wherever I like.
This one drink that's not even bad, you won't drink. And I'm confused. I am in anger.
Good for you guys. I don't watch a lot of movies. I go outside. Okay?
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Too Many Words podcast. We got a lot of good stuff coming at you this week. Lots to talk about because we have Des Moines Con to talk about, and we have to review a very interesting movie called Friendship.
That was square on my noggin.
Okay.
Ow, that kind of hurt, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
Yep, this is probably hurting people's ears, too. Rough start to the Des Moines Con retrospective. Do we just want to review the movie in a separate episode, then?
I mean, I thought you said we were going to do 2 episodes.
We'll plan on it. Let's talk about Des Moines Con, then. Yeah, not right away. There's some traditions that we got to do. What's the date and time? It is Thursday, 7:46 p.m.
It is June 5th, 2025.
Yes.
Yay.
Yay.
Jordan,
sorry,
how
I
you
got
doing, brother?
Bonked on the head, and now my head kind of hurts.
Oh, my gosh.
Do you have a concussion?
That
No.
camera is...
Do we have workers' comp?
It's crooked, yes.
That camera is giga crooked.
That's why I had the tripod set already, actually. And then you were, moving it.
You told me to put the camera on it.
No, I mean, I had the legs set.
I don't think he messed with the legs.
Oh, I did.
Oh.
Jordan, you want to fix it?
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, 2
Yeah,
mics.
yeah. Da-na-na. Jordan, say something funny. Oh, wait, no. Roles reversed. Simon, say something funny.
Penguins are birds.
Jordan is really just doing this in like...
Oh, wow. We are all over the place. Sorry for your motion
the
sickness.
most complicated way ever.
Oh, yeah.
I was just gonna kick a leg out a little bit, but
Ooh.
I mean, I guess don't watch this video while nauseous. Was this part of your plan? Like, oh, he made me get up, so I'm just gonna do it like this.
No, that was like the way you had to do it.
On the ordinary. Oh, still crooked, but it's okay. It's crooked the other way now. Let's go. Just come on, get on the couch, baby girl.
No, Jordan's going to have an aneurysm.
Get on the podcasting couch.
You shouldn't have said anything.
Podcasting couch. Come on.
Pretty soon he's going to break out a level.
It was perfect. Stop touching it. Beautiful man. Let's get after it. Here you are. But yes, this is actually our first official regular episode recording post Des Moines Con. And there's lots to talk about, lots to feel about. And we're just going to do a full-blown retrospective. About 5 minutes in, we're finally going to get to the point of what this episode has to offer.
That's not even a commercial.
Okay. It is Sime's birthday. Happy birthday, Sime.
Thank you.
What did Scaldstone Productions get you as a company that you work for?
They got me a podcast episode.
Oh. You know what you get for working with us? You get to work with us. Crazy.
Happy birthday!
Yeah.
I do eventually want to be like, I want us to be one of those cool companies that...
Here's a mug. Happy birthday.
No, like, I just want to bring in, like, cool stuff throughout the year for, like, our crew. It's like, hey, here's a Scaldstone denim jacket,
I mean, we got keychains.
We did get keychains recently. Yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise out of our seamstress,
Yeah.
But, hey, how do we all feel about Des Moines Con?
I enjoyed myself.
Yeah?
I got
for all 5 seconds you were there, mother trucker.
Oh, yeah. There wasn't like a 2-hour recording of me standing there talking or anything.
True. Fair enough.
How many people did you convince to subscribe?
Me, 0.
Oh,
I probably got like 5.
all right. Well, I want you all to know that that's like, for the conventions at least, priority numero uno.
Well, I mean, don't forget, I wasn't there like all day Saturday.
Neither was I.
You know, Marcellus got 5 people in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but that's Marcellus. That's
Yeah,
like
that's
comparing us to like Jesus.
Lyra got plenty working the
Yeah,
booth.
she was sitting there a lot longer than a lot of us.
Yeah. But like, what's a hard sell? Hey, subscribe to the YouTube, enter to win a free T-shirt. You know.
I talked to a lot of people, dog. I don't know what more you want from me.
All right.
Next year we should get like a little stand, like you know iCarly with the donut guy or the taco on a stick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'd put the shirt on the stick and run around the fair,
Fair.
the
Maybe.
con.
Maybe. But Simon,
Wanna
what
win
did
this
you
T-shirt?
what did you do for the con?
I recorded a 2-hour or 2.5-hour segment, talking to a couple people for 2.5 hours.
Yes.
About what was some hot topics?
Old people.
You're the
people?
reason why the first day was such a long episode.
Yeah, Simon and Ben really got to talking, which was really fun.
Yep.
And then there was a point where you left, and it was just Ben and Amelia. And I swear, editing that episode was kind of funny because it totally looked like for like 3 minutes they did not know what to talk about with each other.
They just stood there in silence after I left for 3 whole minutes,
There was
just
a
standing
significant
there,
age gap. So like,
staring at each other like, oh no. Oh no.
I mean, I guess there's not a lot to relate to when Ben's in. How old's Ben?
40 something.
No, I struggle to think of it, but he's a lot older than he looks.
That's what he said, 40 something.
He's not 40 something.
Ben's in his 30s.
I refuse to
definitely, like
believe
30.
that.
38, I think.
No, it's whatever. We still love him. And Amelia, who's I think 20,
Yes. That
20
was something she said on the
almost
podcast.
almost 21.
almost 21.
Should
That's
be 21 this year.
That's right. That's right. All right. So, Sime, I saw that you got a bunch of mystery boxes. Tell us what you got from all of those mystery boxes.
I got a bunch of stuff, a lot of action figures, a statue. I got some socks, some lanyards, lots of stickers, a stuffed animal that hangs from a suction cup.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I'm very happy for you on that one.
Like one of those car window stuffed animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see him? He was just on his phone. That's really cool. I'm really happy for you.
I know Jordan doesn't take interest in
That's
things.
so
that
interesting.
I saw that Jordan got a whole bunch of mystery box things too.
Kinda.
Blind boxes, I think they were.
Yeah,
called.
blind boxes is more like
What
it.
are you calculating?
Ben is 36.
So I was close. I was 2 years off.
He does not look 36. That's crazy.
I
He's older
can
than my
blend in
boss.
with any age group, except for people that are way too young. Because I look old as hell.
I don't even blend in with my own age group.
It's okay. It's because all your friends are older than that.
Well, I don't know. I guess so. I'm an old-looking person, and I hate it.
I'd say it's like
Just wait till
you
I
look-
drop the beard and I drop 50 pounds.
You look significantly younger
Are you going to keep
than
the
people
mustache?
when you're around older people, and then you look significantly older than them when you look. Sorry, I think
Excuse
I just
you?
had a brain stroke.
Yeah, I know.
Stroke.
You look significantly older when you're around younger people.
Yeah.
Like
I
if they're like a
do.
year younger than you, you look 20 years older than them.
Okay.
Wow.
But same goes the other way around. If you're like around someone that's a year older than you, you look 20 years younger than them.
I don't know about that. I shared a camera with Melanie from Cat Loaf Studio, and she is 8 years older than me, and we look like peers. It's crazy. But yeah, Jordan, what out of 10, what would you rank this year's Des Moines Con from your own personal experience?
Probably like a 6.5, 7.
And
It
why?
did not go at all the way I planned.
I know.
And
You kept telling the audience in every single episode that we recorded. I heard it.
yeah, no, you did.
Why didn't it go the way that you planned?
Well,
Tell us your idea, Jordan.
it's not even just that. It's just like, there goes the milk. Like, it's also the fact that I was, gone for the entirety of Saturday. Like, I'm not complaining entirely, but like, I wish I could have been there more.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So why did you go get Pokemon cards?
To sell them.
But why?
So I had money.
For
Anything.
anything?
Food. Buying things at the con. So I didn't have to, spend money on my card.
Were you trading goods and services for Pokemon cards?
No. I sold 2 of my Pokemon cards for $200.
I will say, when you left saying it was pivotal to the con experience, I thought it was just it was like related to what we were doing.
Oh no, it's for personal things.
It's for personal.
Personal experience.
And you couldn't have just brought it Sunday morning.
Okay. This is
Hindsight's
Isaac's way of
20/20.
saying he's angry at me for doing that.
No, I'm not.
Then why bring it up?
Because we all learn from experiences.
Okay. And
Everything's a learning.
You want to know what he
experience.
wanted to
I
say?
would've
We
done
all
it
learn
again.
from our mistakes.
I would do that again.
I'm just saying, like, if you thought
Because
it was,
I also killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I went and pulled the money out that Vinny paid me to do the thing that he asked me to do.
so
Why were you killing birds?
had you not done that, you'd not be able to get the signature, right?
Yes.
Exactly. See that's related.
So
Bada
instead of
bing,
being a dick,
bada boom.
you could just be like, okay, Jordan had to do that.
I'm not a dick. I'm sorry that you're taking my advice personally.
I'm not advice. You didn't give any advice.
I recommend that you could have waited until Sunday morning.
Well, why would I do that though?
Because if it
When
was-
I intended to bring them Friday, forgot. I intended to bring them with me on
Well,
Saturday
then-
morning.
then maybe-
forgot.
then maybe Friday showed you that you could survive without it.
You're not getting
Until
the point
Sunday.
here.
I don't think you're getting my point, but it's okay. Only one of us is smiling, and that's not okay.
Your point is that I didn't need to do that.
Well, you didn't have to be away from the booth all Saturday is my point. Yeah.
My point is I was only gone for like 45 minutes to 50 minutes for that. I was gone for 6 hours to wait in line.
Oh yeah.
Which one is the problem here?
Jordan,
That you weren't at the booth. How dare you?
Jordan, I think you're taking this as if I'm like mad at you.
Well, then why bring it up?
Because it's like something I would probably recommend,
Then you're mad.
No, it's a recommendation.
That is one and the same.
No, it's not.
If you're not mad, then shut the fuck up about it.
I encourage you to
Hey,
some more
hey.
emotional maturity
Okay.
at this moment. All right? It's not
All right.
that big of a deal.
It seems like it's a big deal to you.
I think there's only one of us, though, where it seems like a big deal. But
I didn't even think about it until now.
I'm just teasing you, dog.
Well, don't do
Alright.
that.
Okay. I mean, once again, I say hindsight's 20/20. All right. I didn't even think about it during the weekend. It's not even a problem.
Okay.
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 You all right, Jordan?
And don't bring it up again.
Oh my
If
God.
it's not a problem, then don't bring it up.
You too, I swear.
I love you, Jordan.
It's just every time Isaac has a problem with something, he gets
I don't
passive
have
aggressive
a
about it.
problem. I'm not even passive aggressive. I think
you need to reevaluate what passive aggressive
I
means.
think
Hey, Jordan, remember when you went and took those Pokemon cards to sell them? How dare you?
How dare I?
Oh my goodness. I think the problem is you think I'm being passive aggressive. You think I'm being upset with you.
Then,
in
what
which-
other reason is there?
And in which you are getting angry at that.
Okay.
But I'm not upset. Does that make you feel better?
I don't get it.
He's not upset. He's just disappointed.
I'm not even disappointed. The whole con went great, guys. Seriously.
We could have done better.
We got almost twice as many subscribers from last year over the weekend, and so that's a dub.
I remember us getting like 50, so I don't know about that.
We can definitely look at the stats from a year ago.
We definitely could.
Yes, we could. Yes, we could. You want to look at them?
Like we can't right now.
I guess it's
We're
only
recording.
computer accessible for stuff like that.
I guess you guys can leave and I can entertain the masses while you go and argue in a different room.
No.
Isaac just hates me and
Oh
just
my
assumes
goodness.
I'm wrong with literally everything
oh my
I say.
goodness, Jordan.
So that's all it is.
Relax. You're projecting, dog.
I'm projecting. You're projecting.
Okay, relax, bro.
Stop holding McKenna by the tit.
Bro, it's leverage. It's actually got really good leverage right here. You feel this?
It's
feel
making
it?
me uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll put her off camera. But yes, this was the shirt that we had for a raffle.
What does the sleeve say? I didn't notice that there was
Podcast. Too many words. A Scald Stone production. 2025
We're
exclusive.
holding
Okay.
hands. You're all right.
It's more like you're holding my hand.
I love how you guys asked me a question in the middle of me answering
I'm
it.
sorry, he started like caressing my hand and I got concerned. Now he's smacking. Okay.
So, it was a 6.5 because you were gone most of Saturday, in which you were standing in line for most of it. A line that I wouldn't stand in line for. But you
Who
were
did
doing
you
something.
stand in line for?
You were doing a cool thing
Charlie.
for a friend.
Cox.
Yeah. Tell us how Charlie Cox was like.
He was pretty great, I'll admit. He is very nice, very kind soul. It went good.
I actually was surprised with how popular Charlie Cox was this weekend. I know he was the headliner and all.
He's the most famous person that was there.
Yeah.
Who does he voice?
He's Daredevil.
Oh my god.
I don't watch television.
Yeah, I go outside.
I touch grass.
Oh man. But yeah, what was like? Let's all share our favorite parts of the con over the weekend.
Me getting a crippling gambling addiction.
I mean, that is definitely how blind boxes are.
Blind boxes, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did you blow all $200 from your Pokemon?
That was your highlight
cards
of the
on-
weekend?
Yeah.
Dang.
No, probably not. It was probably. I also met Kyle. Excuse me, Kyle Hebert. I think
Where's the book that I placed on this couch?
right there.
Oh come on, guys.
You put it there, homie.
I was keeping it safe with my arm.
I also met Kyle Hebert, the voice of Gohan, and I got a signed Funko from him for my other buddy Charlie. So that'll be cool.
Very nice.
That was cool.
Did you get any signatures for yourself?
No, I'm not a signature guy, honestly. I got the signed vinyl from 3 Days Grace, and that's good enough for me.
And Christopher Lloyd?
Oh yeah, that one was special though. That one was
Yeah.
extra special.
I think you and I are on like the same wavelength where we have like, for most celebrities, I'm not going to go gaga for them, right? Unless they touched my heart in a certain way growing up. Or I think that like, I don't know. I have to really, 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 really love their work or really love what they are attached to for me to be like, oh, that guy. Which is why I loved talking to Dan Green from Yu-Gi-Oh!
See, it's just like I would much rather have a nice conversation with them than just get their signature.
I agree, which is why we record them now.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What was your favorite part of the weekend?
The signatures.
The singing?
You did get a lot of them.
I got 5 autographs.
You also got Kyle Hebert, didn't you?
Yep.
Who all did you meet?
So I don't know like names because I'm terrible with names, but I can tell you the characters in which they voiced.
Okay, sure.
So there was only one Has Been Hotel character, voice actor there. It's the person that plays Rosie, which is like the demon head of Cannibal Town.
And you didn't have hers yet, right?
Nope.
Okay.
I did not. And she was the only one there for Has Been Hotel, so I was like, well, I might as well snatch up that opportunity while she's here. And then I also got the voice actor for Light Yagami from Death Note, Misama from Death Note, and Ryuk from Death Note. And then I got the same one as Jordan did, because there were 3 different voice actors for Gohan at this con. I was going to try and find a print that had all 3 of them and try and get all 3, but I could not find one, so I just went with the one that I liked more. So,
Heck yeah.
So one was the main Gohan. That's Kyle. He voices Gohan in all the new video games and stuff, and in the actual anime for the English one. And then they had the blue, I believe that's the Blue Ocean dub Gohan, which was he was the Gohan for a lot of people too, the Gohan. But I'm more of a Kyle guy. And then they also had a Gohan that I believe was the voice actor for some of the other video games. I'm not entirely sure on that one.
And so that was your highlights, huh? Getting signatures.
Getting signatures, getting to meet them. I asked each one different questions when I was up there. So it's really great. They all are very talkative, and
Kyle was very talkative.
It's a lot of fun, getting to meet them. Also got to see some really cool artwork around the con. That's always fun. Bought some more artwork this year. And then I bought a hammer.
Yeah, that you did.
Nice. The Thor hammer that lights up? Mm-hmm. Nice.
Is he
I'm
sick
not going to
over
give
there?
you AIDS. No, I just
Is he
have
sick?
asthma.
Are you spreading your sickness again? You know what happens if you get sick? Then we have to skin you.
I just...
Make a Jordan rug.
It's so easy to just...
Set Jordan off, yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. I just think it's comedic to brace whenever you cough.
Yeah, it was comedic the first 1,700 times, and the 1,701 time it's not.
Hey Jordan,
gotcha.
do you remember that one time where we gaslit you so hard that you had a mental breakdown?
When?
Yeah, you're gonna be more specific.
And just pick one.
Oh, you're talking about when Isaac refused to drink a beverage that tasted good?
Yep.
You mean the bubble up?
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's still salty about that. I hope you understand that. He will never let that go.
I finished the drink.
Yeah, he did.
I was manipulated into finishing the drink.
You should take just
I
one
was
sip
threatened
of
with sabotaging the podcast.
Remember that time you threw a glass bottle on the floor during a
Heck
podcast?
yeah.
another.
Psh!
And I wasn't wearing shoes?
That's just good podcasting.
I forgot you weren't wearing shoes.
That's a memorable moment.
Okay.
You know,
I'm
people
pretty.
come up to me and they're like,
I'm pretty sure that your exact words were, "What the hell, Isaac? I'm not wearing any shoes."
or socks right now. That's what he said. I saw the caption today, actually. Grazed over it when I was on our YouTube channel. But I'd like to say I'd probably give this convention...
A great success.
Oh, that's for sure. But I'd probably give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Nice.
See, I just want a convention where we get like 150.
We will.
That's
get there.
gonna be like.
That's
a big
when
day.
Marcellus is there for all 3 days.
Yeah, Marcellus, what the heck?
Our hype man is just never there for all 3 days.
Hey man, we're our own hype men. Okay, we were a thing well before Marcellus wanted to be a part of it.
True.
Okay, fine. Our more successful hype man.
Sure. I mean, he's definitely fun. He's got his own flavor of comedy. But yeah, we always like to have him.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
Marcellus.
So, I was going to talk about this in the failed Zoom call meeting, but What are some things that we think went really well? Not your favorite things, but what went well for us in particular. Not personal stuff, but
I mean,
Scald
the
Stone
t-shirt,
stuff.
the t-shirt always goes well.
Yep.
Like, what is something that you like loved how it went today or this weekend?
When we interviewed that very nice couple that was doing the cosplay as the
The emotional support goblins, they were pretty great. Yeah.
Yeah.
that I just like that we were getting actual interaction because like I'm pretty sure like before we didn't have that.
I wanted to do that like the entire convention, but Isaac didn't like that. So.
All right, now tell us your idea.
Now I'm teasing you, okay? That's what it is, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not mad about it.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
Okay.
I'm not mad
Now-
about it.
Now tell us your idea.
He's also not disappointed either.
I already told the idea several times, though.
To Simon?
I mean,
Or
What's the
are you
idea?
talking
I guess,
about on the podcast a year ago?
on the podcast. Well, not even on the Des Moines Con episodes, I said it. So,
What's the idea?
Yeah, but like,
And then I know you described it to Simon. Simon was like, the whole day? What the fuck? Yeah, so like, I wanted to just film the whole day. I wanted to constantly be
Oh,
having people
yeah.
on and keep talking to people and be like,
Long episode.
well, like, the point of it would have been that we would have gotten like way more people interaction. We would have been upping that up way, way higher.
I think that's feasible for a convention where we have a crud ton of volunteers
Yeah, we were kind of
and at least
understaffed.
5 different people that can host at any point.
I don't think we just need 3.
When's Twin Cities?
I don't even
Con?
think we need 3.
Twin Cities Con is in November, in which he's not going to, so we can't even do it there.
Why not? I'm coming.
Yeah, but he can't do it.
Who cares?
We need numbers for an idea like that.
We kidnapped Marcellus and Vinny.
I just want you to know, I would have blown my head off if we were recording for 7 hours straight on day 1.
Oh, I would have cried.
8 hours straight
I would
on
have
day
cried.
2.
Do you know how
and
hard it
6
was
hours
to even
straight.
just talk for 2.5 hours? I was running out of freaking things to talk about, man.
And I know your point is that we would switch out, but it's just the constant, oh, we got content going on our booth,
See, that's not even like a thought to me.
I know. You're the one that proposed the idea.
I guess, yeah.
We just need to
it's-
do we have a musician friend? Maybe they could just like whenever we don't want to be on camera,
Yeah,
we
they're
just
just gonna
have them
do a
play
Guitar
for like an hour.
solo, ambiance. Bow, 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 bow.
We can hire someone that does like the Ren fairs, so they're just sitting there playing like old timey music
Yeah.
while we're gone.
Yeah.
If it had gone perfectly, it would have been there's a camera on behind the booth, and that's where we got that stuff, and then there's a camera at the booth, like kind of facing whoever is like at the table and stuff.
I think what was unfortunate is that nobody used the mic that we had at the table.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
because
did.
like you never gave them a chance.
Yeah, we did for the emotional support goblins.
Yeah, they did.
Did they make it on the podcast?
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
we didn't have the video running, but
Is the audio anywhere on those days?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot to tag them then. Whoops.
I think that would have been during the Simon Ben section, I think.
Yep.
Mm.
Because me and Ben noticed them from afar, and then they came to our booth, and we were super excited.
Oh, okay.
And then we interviewed them for like, I don't know, 20 minutes.
Something like that.
All right. What is something that we think we should try and work on for next year?
Remembering Pokemon cards.
Probably not that.
See, now I have to poke fun at you. Because I love you.
Maybe try to get into the main room. Is that an option?
I mean, yeah.
If we can get into the main room so that we're selling stuff, we'll probably have way more like reaction.
I
It's going
didn't
to be
look-
at
I don't-
least $600 to get a
I don't know how much the going rates were this year.
Well, if we split that between each of us, that's $200 pop.
Well, let's take a look. Because I have the freaking sign-up sheet for next year.
Yeah,
In the office.
tell us how much it is, and then we'll decide.
I guess while you're up, you can grab the milk. But
Did he just kick the milk?
I don't think so.
What do you think that we could do better? Go.
I mean, if we had just stuck with my plan, like, it would have been 10 out of 10. No. I think, obviously, there probably would have been some hiccups even if we had gone through with it.
Do we even have enough, like, memory cards for that?
Yeah. The one that was in the GoPro could have recorded for 11 hours straight.
Except for that, it would have overheated at a certain point. It killed itself.
Well, it didn't. I don't know why, but the GoPro has suddenly started behaving, and I do not understand it.
All right. So, if you want an 8x8, which is basically like an Aubrey Sitterson table, that's $300 in Artist Alley.
Oh, okay. That's actually not too bad at all.
Yeah. None of us
less
are
than it was
returning,
last
so none
year.
of us will get these discounts. And a 10x10 interior booth is $700.
Jesus, we don't need a 10x10.
And a 10x10 corner booth, because it has more space to do things, is $800.
Yeah, can we just do the $300 one? That's $100 a piece.
I think it just depends on how all the stuff that we have to offer at the booth.
See, the Artist Alley tables, they are narrow. They are designed for typically one
They're
person.
small. They're small. Like,
Yeah, but you
We-
enter from the back.
for the community booths, we are blessed with space.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There would be a lot less of it, like as in like a quarter.
There's
of that,
not
probably.
even-
Yeah, but I've seen the Artist Alley like booths.
There's
And
not
they're
even
n-
splitters between artists.
They're not even that bad though.
I mean, they're not, but like we would only have one person there at a time.
Yeah, most of those artists are one, maybe two people sometimes at a time. We just wouldn't have the room
Well, we
for
could
the table and the merch and the podcast equipment and the volunteers and having guests
That's
on.
why the idea of maybe having two booths could be feasible.
Well, I guess we could split it $250 a piece. That's $700, isn't it? No, that's more than $700. Was it like $225?
That's $650.
No.
Would be $250 a piece.
No
Would be
way.
$650. What?
Oh, nothing.
$275? Oh, that would be.
Okay.
What?
Well, nothing.
Why are you crumpling that up?
Because we can't use it.
Why can't we use it?
It's due already.
Oh.
We got
That was to turn in on the last day of the con.
the email lady. It'll be all right.
Yeah, and not to mention this, we're probably going to receive 2 other sheets, anyways,
Yeah.
at MadX and at Twin Cities Con.
But like I think we could definitely at least apply for a press pass for Scaldstone next year, maybe, and maybe have a Too Many Words booth, or vice versa, whatever.
What's the sensibility in
What does a
being,
press pass get us?
not a booth,
Yeah,
get you in for free and you can interview people.
yeah.
Can we interview anyone we want or no?
Depends on what their
You
handler
have to
says.
get permission ahead,
Do we get access to ask these people ahead of time?
probably.
I mean, we could ask some of those.
The point of that would be so
Peoples.
that we actually can get a press pass.
Yeah.
A press pass would be amazing.
I got a press pass for the Uncanny Experience.
That is true.
Yes, sir. They were like, "You want to do press?" And I'm like, "Yes,
Nice.
yes, sir." There's a lot of highlights from my perspective. I'd like to say that my least favorite part of it was, I don't know, I feel like I didn't get a moment to really enjoy being there. Like, I loved every second of it.
You didn't enjoy being
But
arrested?
I was too focused on the things that needed to get done that I almost didn't like treat myself, you know.
Did you
I mean, I did get stuff, but
Did you know that I watched you get arrested?
yeah, I did get arrested by my father. He put a bounty on me, and a Mandalorian came and got me,
Yep.
and then put me in jail for 2 minutes.
Was it fun?
Yeah, sure. I think some of the Star Wars people thought I was hilarious.
That's cool.
Yeah. Because I made Tyrion my lawyer. And, I was wearing the red floral with these shorts on. And I was like, in the cage, what's the charge? And I think my dad said, because of what you're wearing. And I was like, what's wrong with Max Tennyson?
Nice.
So, yeah. The Star Wars gal thought that was hilarious. A joke by Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I've said it once and I'll say it plenty of times more. My favorite part of the con has definitely turned into seeing friends
Oh yeah, for sure.
that we only see at conventions.
For sure.
Really. And that's
You know who I didn't see at the convention this year?
who?
Rayman.
Rayman?
Rayman.
Who we?
Like the video game?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. Is that
No,
what we're talking about?
Rayman
I don't know what you're talking about, Simon.
from SpongeBob.
You mean Man Ray?
Man Ray, whatever.
You mean toaster props?
Yeah, he came to our booth.
Yeah, he stopped by.
Did he?
Yep.
Yeah.
On the
What was
day
he
that
wearing
you
this
weren't
year?
there.
Well, day one he was wearing Man Ray. He actually got featured in
I didn't even see him then.
Actually, day 2 he was Man Ray.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Day 1 he was Lethal Company. And then day 3 he was Satisfactory.
Okay.
Yes.
Smart. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
But yes, he was there.
Okay, that explains why I didn't see it, because it was not there on Saturday.
And it's also Man Ray. Good sir.
Rayman.
Sure.
Get your shit right! No. I refuse.
But yeah, it's always good to see people and also get to know new people. Like I always love seeing Dave Wheeler, Mike Kingston, seeing Aubrey Sitterson for the first time in years was
That was that
a
had to
fresh
have been
glass
special.
of water, baby. All right.
Really wish we could have gotten him on the podcast during that, but he was
Oh, we'll get him on.
he was one of
Unfadable.
the he was one of the more popular ones there this year.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because like I have yet to talk to this guy.
Jody J. Sperling. Joe Prozit.
We love Joe.
Homie was such a freaking team player this weekend. He was really all about it. Got to know him a lot more that this past weekend, so that was really nice. And then the continuing saga of Darby Harn, which is more significant than I thought it was.
Yeah.
He just keeps coming back into my life, and I think this is like the first time where I'm like, fun fact, I thought he was like, he didn't like me for a while.
Oh yeah.
Because I was that kid that said, hey, can I narrate one of your books? And then I didn't follow up on it. I felt like a man of not my word,
Please, sir, can I narrate your book?
And so, yeah. Okay, not to have any favorites, because I did buy a lot of stuff from everybody I wanted to support. Basically all the names that I just listed off, I bought something from. But yeah, this book by Darby Harn called Dead Malls. Let's first and foremost recognize the presentation. The book is a VHS tape.
10.
And it's got a book cover that's like choose your own adventure style. And it's like a really good like scenery of like an old mall, and he talks about how this is like the story that he's always wanted to tell. And it's also got a Blockbuster themed bookmark, which they gave to me for free. They were selling them for $3 each, but I guess Darby just hooked me up, bro. I'm already 50 pages into this book, and it's really good. It's really good. I don't think I've ever immediately started reading anything that I bought from a convention. There's some things that I bought at a convention 2 years ago that I haven't even opened,
Mm-hmm.
But this I wanted to read as soon as possible.
Did you have him sign it?
And yes, I did. He said to Isaac, Darby Harn. His signature is pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah,
Nice.
just the aesthetic of it all is just really cool, you know. Makes me really excited. But yeah, I'd have to say this is probably my favorite thing that I got. And I don't even know how much it cost. I just gave them my card and then they gave the book to me.
Fair enough.
So, yeah.
When you find out it was a $70 book.
Honestly, I mean, with all the presentation that comes with it, I wouldn't be surprised if it was at least $30 or $40 for a book. But it's a really good
That's
story
pretty
so
standard.
far. There's a serpent thing in there that I'm at that stage of it, but yeah, really good stuff. If you guys want to know everything we got at Des Moines Con, you just go to the end of day 2 episode. That's where I mostly bought everything. Day 3 was kind of just paying for interviews and paying for my nephew, and so there's nothing really to shout out there.
Yeah, we'll see all the cool stuff that happened on day 3 on One Good Question when that comes out eventually over time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got 14 One Good Questions.
Nice.
Yeah. We're actually turning it into instead of a bi-weekly show to now a weekly show because we just got so much now. We got like a third of the year, dog.
Personally, I would have kept it at bi-weekly and stretched that out as long as I possibly could, just because you never know for sure if you're going to get more at the next thing we do. But, like, you know, I getting a lot like that is a respectful thing to go weekly as well.
Here's the thing, though.
Because you want to pump it out so they can see their interview.
Yeah, I don't want anybody waiting 6 to 10 months for them to see the little quip that they've been wanting to look at, you know?
Hey, that makes it all the more sweeter when it does.
It's a 60-second video. It's not
You
that
know
special.
what? You're right, Jordan. We're going to take the stuff that you bought from the con, and we're going to hold on to it for 6 to 8 months.
Okay.
Make it all the more sweeter when we return it.
I'm not done listing people. My friends are Warpath Dylan. I met Melanie, who runs Cat Love Studio. She was awesome. I met Dylan Jacobson, who is out of Des Moines, makes comic books. He's really cool, too. I interview him on day 3. And also, something that I really regret is... I wasn't really a good friend over the weekend. You know?
How so?
Well, I didn't really take any selfies with you, and I forgot to take selfies with you.
Tor, we have a podcast for that.
Yeah, but like...
I know, I was sad. Where was my Isaac?
I don't know. I didn't feel like we were a team. I felt like I was just freelancing and just trying to get people on the podcast the whole time. And I felt like, I don't know.
It did kind of really feel like every man for themselves this weekend. I will admit that.
Yeah, it was... I don't know. I feel like we need to be more of like a team for future conventions.
Well, I think this one was just very odd because last year I was there all 3 days, even though I wasn't there for the whole day. But like this year, I was missing for a whole day.
Why was that, Sime?
Because I don't live here.
Well, you did have all 3 days off, you know.
Yeah, my wife requires attention. You guys will understand once you have a person.
It would be pretty crummy for him to have his 3 days off and then like he's
Not
home
spend
at all
a
for it.
freaking moment of it with my wife.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
You'll understand one day.
Yeah, you will.
I had a long-term girlfriend for a point, you
That's
know.
not even close
You'll
to the same thing.
understand when you get married.
Maybe she'll understand when I tell her, hey, I got business to do, all right?
And divorced.
Well, then it wasn't meant to be.
Oh man.
I could just imagine Jordan just busting through the front door of the home. Listen here, bitch. I've got business to take care of.
I got
Comic-Con.
comic book conventions to be at, and I don't want to hear a word from you over my phone for a single second.
I don't care if the kids need to go to school. I'm going to Comic-Con.
I mean, I don't know. That's kind of the way I see it. It's like this isn't just for fun. As fun as it is, that's not the reason we're doing it.
I mean,
This is doing the convention is still work.
Yeah.
It's still like we have a task. We have a job to
Yeah,
do.
but you don't need to remind yourself that it's work.
No, I'm not saying we have to.
We're
I'm just
at
saying
one
like,
of the most fun
that
places
precedent
to
needs to
be.
be
Why
set.
would I want to like sit there and go, oh man, I gotta go to work?
Okay, here's one thing. Now, there's a certain orange and white podcast that used to exist, right?
Okay,
There
yeah.
was.
Yes. And a certain orange man on
Orange?
that orange and white podcast.
I don't think there was an orange man on that podcast, but
Donald
alright.
Trump has a
Okay,
podcast.
he'd probably say he's a caramel or a brown.
Brown.
A certain caramel man on the podcast wanted to fire one of his guys for not being able to make it to the podcast. Or not make it to the convention.
Yeah.
And in my opinion,
Like that,
As
there's no
long-
need for that.
as long as everybody's still doing volunteer work and nobody's doing this for money, nobody's required to anything.
Is this why you're firing Jordan? I got you. Jordan, here's your
Guys later.
severance
Bye
package.
bye.
I think if Jordan got fired, the only thing that would keep going is Unfadable and short films. And that's it.
One good question.
Oh, and Pastor Debbie.
And one good
love,
question.
love Pastor Debbie.
And love Pastor Debbie. You're right.
Oh, that'll
You're
keep
right.
going.
You know what? We can't afford to lose you. Yeah.
Damn.
You're fired.
You're fired. We would lose our biggest podcast.
Yeah, they'll all go over to love Pastor Debbie. It's fine.
Yeah, they'd all start believing in Jesus. That'd be nice. Oh man.
They think through the power of Jesus, the Too Many Words podcast will come back.
That's crazy.
They pray really hard.
TMW 2.0 with Isaac and Marcellus.
Yeah. If I ever died early, that's exactly what I want.
Oh
to
yeah,
happen.
we could just replace you with Marcellus. Huh?
Yeah.
We're fine.
Yeah.
That'd be my dying wish.
Please have
Keep
the
too many
Marcellus.
words going. Replace me with Marcellus.
You got to finish it off.
He has nothing for his wife and his death.
Gee, yeah, there's nothing in
No,
this
this
bill.
is if I die tomorrow.
Oh. Well, where's your will?
I'll have one.
Well, then if there's
I'd
no
like to
will,
leave
How much
all
that
my
shit cost?
podcast possessions to Marcellus.
No, all the podcast stuff goes to probably Isaac. Although,
Fine, we'll get more technical. I leave all my podcast responsibilities to Marcellus.
yes.
Yeah.
Blech.
Honestly, the amount of times he's just like, if I was more available, I would do so much for the podcast.
Well,
already
maybe he
does
should
He's
just
al-
be more available.
He's always
He
wanted to be
already
on the
does
podcast.
so much.
Does he,
like,
though?
yeah,
Let's see.
Really?
brings in all the people.
Only sometimes.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of other things.
He's like the milkshake song.
I gotta stop forgetting to eat during conventions. Because that's what like
You consume food at convention.
that's what majorly makes me exhausted at the end of the day. But yeah, I don't
That
know.
feels weird. I don't like that.
Do any of you guys ever get like imposter syndrome?
No.
No?
No.
Do you know what it is?
Yes, I know what imposter syndrome is.
You're very confident.
Yes.
All right. I guess he doesn't because he's sure of himself. And you don't get it either? I get
Nope.
it. Sometimes I get it.
Why? You haven't accomplished anything? Oh, I'm just kidding. I love you. That was a joke. That was a very mean joke.
See, the way I see it, and I'm about to be very feelings, right?
Oh,
Pretty transparent. You see, I take to heart the people who are willing to give me not just their time, but their advice. And there are quite a few guys at the conventions that we see regularly that have given me advice even before I started the podcast. You know, I was 20 or 21 or 22, just trying to figure out my life. And there's been guys like Dave Wheeler and Aubrey Sitterson. Those were like the first two main guys from this whole convention side of my life that were like really just telling me anything I wanted to ask about writing or storytelling or, you know, things of that manner, you know. And stuff like that really means a lot to me because, I don't know, they don't have to do that stuff. And something that I'm still trying to grasp is how the relationship started with me being a fan of theirs. And I still very much am a fan of theirs. But like, now that I got my own booth and I'm doing stuff and I'm Facebook friends with these people, like, I've turned from a fan to almost a friend. And using the word friend sometimes, when I have the bad imposter syndrome, feels weird because those guys are super cool and they do really cool things and they have really cool stories, you know. They make comic books. They meet wrestlers all the time. They write for DC sometimes or something like that. And then there's me, who has hacked my way into having a booth at Des Moines Con.
You know, there's probably people that feel the same way about us.
What do you mean?
That we're cool. We do these cool things. We do this. We do
Lies.
that.
We're not cool.
There's probably... I'm just certain that there's people that have those exact same feelings towards us.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I hold guys like that who are in the creative world that gave me their time and their wisdom for free. That it just means an endless amount of things to me. And I don't know, it's like a very emotional side of me that I hope doesn't come across as what's the word, clingy or needy,
Yeah.
or what's the other word, obsessive, you know. And that's just something that I battle personally whenever I see Dave or Mike or Aubrey, you know, because it's what they say when you start to become like a pro wrestler. Some pro wrestlers believe, oh, once you become a pro wrestler, you can't be a fan anymore. You got to keep your cool, you know. You are a wrestler, so you can't go gaga over meeting, you know, Mick Foley or something.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's difficult, but you know what my favorite part of the weekend was? Well, there's actually a few. I could go on and on and on and on.
Packing up.
But, you know, when Mike Kingston met my dad, did I tell you this part?
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you this part?
Mm-mm.
Mike Kingston told my dad that I was a pretty good kid and that he's doing a great job, or he did a great job, you know? And he didn't have to say that. And that it's just like, Mike Kingston's dope, you know? And a lot of those other people are dope, you know? I've said it on the podcast before. When you live on a mentality that is you are owed absolutely nothing, nobody owes you a second of their time, and then you do a convention where a bunch of people just give you so much of their time, it's very meaningful, you know? Like, I want to be best friends with everybody. I want to be close friends with everybody. But I try to keep my cool, because being like, oh my gosh, Joe Prozit, thank you so much. I want to give you a hug, you know? It's not socially acceptable all the time. But, yeah, people who are just willing to do that, it's just like the number one really cool thing. And same goes for patrons who just, you know, there was a couple patrons that wanted to get behind the booth and talk, you know? Like, shout out to Hunter, you know? That guy did me big favors after just meeting me for no reason, but he thought we were cool, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just, for people to even spend a second at our booth, it's an absolute blessing. I'm on a tangent right now, but does anybody else want to say something about the podcast? Or the
it's time to get them lips wet.
Oh, it's time to get them lips wet. All right.
Sam, go first.
Here you go. I'll open it for you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll taste it for you.
Okay.
I said Sime go first.
I'll taste it for him. And then I'll taste it for me. Do you want me to taste
And then
it
he'll
for you?
taste it for you.
Do you want me to taste it for you?
And then he'll rate it for us out of 10.
I think I need a gun.
No, because you and I are the last two people left to have a gun in this house. All right, here you go, Simon. I opened it for you.
Oh, thanks.
I know those are not smart enough to open bottles like that, so I helped them out.
It looks like you're not smart enough because you forgot the fucking.
I didn't even see that part. Please don't plunger it. Oh my gosh.
I'm trying
This is
to
a-
fit your
this is-
stereotype
This
that
is
I'm
that,
not smart enough.
This is that not every job is a two-man job.
Oh, god damn it, Isaac.
What?
James, censor that.
Oh yeah.
James, add duck sounds.
I'm going to make sure. I'll send a message to tell him to make sure that he needs to watch this one.
Well, nobody has to know that he works at the
Painter.
New York State Penitentiary. You know.
The paper mill.
Yeah. All right. Sime, give us your thoughts that you just sipped Milky Way flavored reduced fat chocolate milk.
Definitely milky. And it's a whey.
Definitely smells like Milky Way, yeah. All right, that's about as much as I'm going to drink because of my macros. Jordan, it's your turn. Who are you texting?
James.
Oh, yeah, listen around the 57-minute mark. Watch out for the J word.
Actually, he said the C word.
The C word?
The C word.
I heard the J word.
He said that too. But the first thing he said was the C word.
Huh. What's the C word?
Don't worry about it.
Here. I'm going to shake this for you.
Drink your damn milk, Jordan. Make your bones grow big and strong. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be a frothy milkshake by the time you're done with it.
All right, there you go, Jordan. Simon, what would you give this drink out of 10?
Smells like Nesquik.
I'd give it like a 6.
6? I'd give it a 9 for accuracy, but probably ultimately a 7.
I don't even think it tastes like Milky Way. I think it tastes like Nesquik. Like just straight, like really, really saturated Nesquik.
No, there's caramel in there, that's for sure.
It kind of tastes like if you put a whole bunch of God, what are they called?
You ever had
Milky
just,
Ways?
like
Whoppers.
like a spoonful of
Whoppers are
Nesquik?
horrible.
Like a bunch of Whoppers into like milk and just let them
Am I
disintegrate.
finishing this?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you're good.
You're not the one that keeps track of their macros. Good, sir. You know, you didn't have to finish it right in one sitting for me to have to watch that drip off your
Oh.
mouth and then lick your lips.
Sorry, if you
guess.
didn't shake it so hard, it wouldn't have been so frothy. You know?
All right, so you give that a what out of 10? All right, we've hit an hour. That's been the
7.5.
podcast. What?
7.5.
Oh, cool.
It's been an hour.
All right, what are some ideas that we want to execute for next year's Des Moines Con?
Be able to sell stuff.
Okay.
Live stream.
Live stream would be better with your idea,
Yep.
and then we can cut them down.
Well, technically, if we do
We
a
can
live,
we can do the Moist Critical way. You know, just live stream, and then just
Edit
make,
it for
make the
the
highlights
YouTube?
the video.
we could also go live on YouTube,
Yeah.
and then we could edit the video.
Or use StreamYard that your wife recommended.
Yeah, StreamYard also works really well.
Yes, sir.
As long as you check the audio quality before you...
Do you like not have like VOD channels on YouTube get recommended to you all the time?
No.
No. What's a VOD channel?
Where people just upload their streams?
I mean, Charlie does it.
Like just the streams, uncut, unedited.
Oh.
No, that is
No.
not my. I
No.
don't like that type of content. No.
Nope.
That's like
No.
I don't necessarily watch that type of content either, but I
You
see
don't
that.
watch it?
I see that all over the place. Like with almost every YouTuber I watch.
Sounds like that's your shtick.
Yeah, that must be your thing.
I'm just saying, like, we
Well,
don't have to edit a live stream.
Let's go back to the part where he said that he doesn't even watch that
I don't
stuff.
even watch those things. Every one of the YouTubers I watch does those things.
Yeah, like they have a separate channel for their VODs. And then they produce separate
So you
content
want us
for
to have
their-
a separate channel for these VODs?
No, I'm just saying, like, for the live streams, they don't need to be edited. Because they'll do the live streams and then they'll do separate content. That's not that.
You know, since the beginning of time, this man has been very anti-edit.
He still is. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm
You're
talking
missing,
about.
you're missing the point. But all right.
Live streams will stay on the YouTube channel because we're doing it on YouTube, silly.
Whatever.
Silly Sillerson.
Whatever. Whatever.
All right, is there anything left to talk about? How was your birthday, Simon?
It was good.
Good.
I had a fun day today.
What happened?
I had dinner. And I got to sleep.
Nice. I saw that you had leftovers for your dinner.
Yep, I've got leftovers, and I picked up donuts to share with my coworkers at the paper mill.
Very nice.
Ah. Your coworkers and not your best friends. Okay. I see how it is.
Well, I don't want donuts, so
Well, Isaac can't have donuts.
yeah.
Jordan can. It's not like you give me any anyway.
See, 1 out of 2. I don't want to be unfair to Isaac here, so.
Yeah, would you really eat a donut in front of a guy? who's on a
Absolutely, yes.
diet? That's crazy.
He'd also
I would-
drink. He'd also drink water in front of someone that's dying of thirst. So
No, that's just unmoral though.
You mean immoral?
Whatever.
unmoral.
Unmoral.
You know what I'm saying?
That's unmoral.
You know what I'm saying? Huh? Do you suddenly not know what I'm saying? Huh?
Nope,
I know what you meant. Yes.
I don't.
Frickin' fart on your
Who
nose.
are you?
Take your nose and shove it up my butt and fart.
I am an advocate of the theory of the grammar does not need to be well if it is at least understood. So I get you. See, I knew what you meant, which is why I said
If I
immoral.
type in FR, what do I mean?
For
For real.
Yeah, that's because you guys are young.
You're also. Oh, yeah. He just
I mean,
got older.
I'm
you're
old.
only a year older than me, my guy.
I'm old as fuck, man.
You could just pay more attention to what this generation is doing.
I don't give a crap about the new generation.
Yeah, he didn't just start
Then-
his late 20s. He's in the middle of his late 20s.
Then
now.
stop complaining.
Complaining that you guys are destroying the English language.
The
Yeah,
English
man.
language was destroyed well before that.
No,
the
it wasn't.
English language is constantly
The-
evolving.
The
okay,
language that
guys?
you speak is a completely destroyed version of the English language.
You know what, sir? I don't believe that's true. I challenge you to a duel, good sir. Let's meet at noon. Post haste.
Question.
Uh-huh.
English
Yep.
comes from England.
Yep. Your point?
What's the mic drop here, Jordan?
You don't sound very English.
Do you want me to slap a freaking British accent on it for you? Is that what
yeah.
you want?
Yeah, it is.
You want me to freaking put
Oi.
beans on my toaster?
Oi!
Yeah. There you go.
Fuck you, bruv.
Now talk like that for the rest of your existence.
Why would I do that?
Why would he do
Because
that?
you just complain about improper English.
It's not the it's just an.
That's
there's
just an
difference between
accent.
That
language
is
and
the
accent.
original accent.
It's just an accent, though. That has nothing to do with the English in which I am speaking.
Exactly. The English in which
You
we're
have
speaking
taken
is an
4
evolved.
letters to mean 2 different words repeated.
You know, for some of the Des Moines
That's
Con
been a
people,
thing since like
That's called
2003.
abbreviation, and you're doing it to every single word.
This is their first
Okay.
impression
That's
of
been a
us.
thing since like 2003, dog.
Yeah.
Text messages have been a thing for a long
Well,
time.
that's because you had to spend your time typing out the whole thing, and that took forever.
yeah.
All right.
Typing still takes forever. Just
No, it doesn't.
take
You have a
as
full
forever.
keyboard.
All right. So,
Mommy and Daddy are fighting. Shut up, boy.
So
I'm just kidding. I love you, Isaac.
If you're one of the newer Des Moines Con listeners and you
I love
somehow missed last week, but you're tuning into this week, you've quickly learned that Jordan is very argumentative.
Only when people poke at me.
Super argumentative.
But, you know, all three of us are a little bit argumentative.
He's also really quick to anger.
Because it takes two to tango at minimum. So,
Also, hot take. Zoos are unethical. Yes? No?
No.
define unethical.
Zoo not unethical. Learning experience.
Yeah, that's what I say. As long as they're properly fed and
Well,
kept,
like
then it's
most
fine.
zoos nowadays are more like conservation zoos. So
Yeah.
they take the animals and they're actually trying to breed them so that their population stays good.
See, as an adult, I've never been to the zoo.
What?
As an adult, I've never been to the zoo.
I've never been to the zoo as an adult either.
What the hell's wrong with you two?
I mean,
Don't get me wrong, I love the zoo, but like, I
Has
just haven't
fun died in your life?
I
Yes.
feel like there's a lot of other things that are more fun than going to the Blank Park Zoo.
been. That's because the Blank Park Zoo sucks.
What do you-
Alright.
I love going to the. You don't go during like the
I mean,
light events.
For nostalgia purposes, I'd probably go.
You guys need to go
I-
during the light events, man.
I personally,
That's
I've
fun.
been to like numerous zoos in my life.
So have
The
I.
Blank Park Zoo is not really that great.
It is if you go to the event
Eh.
where everything's lit up. They've
As
got
an
cool
adult, I
light
do question the
sculptures.
purpose of zoos.
Why?
It's like, why do we have them? You know, I really do wonder that. Like,
Well, they're conservation projects now.
Preservation, a lot of it.
if some of, like, do we have only preservation zoos? Because if that's the thing,
Yeah,
then
that's
yeah,
basically-
I'm cool with zoos.
That's basically all they're for anymore. Is
I'm not
to
like-
keep endangered species or species that have a hard time in the wild, and
I'm-
then just keep breeding
Poachers.
them in captivity.
I'm
yeah,
not like
poachers
PETA.
as well.
I'm not like PETA who thinks like it's animal abuse. But it's just sometimes I feel like
There are some zoos that probably should be shut down and closed forever
I
because
feel like-
they've abused their animals.
zoos are almost like malls.
But for animal viewing,
Like they're slowly becoming obsolete. In my opinion.
not really. Unless you're going on safari.
Like,
only
yeah, I
another
get
way
that
to see
they're
them.
they're still like the main service for seeing like exotic animals in
You want
person.
to know what's on the
But-
cusp of closing because it's unethical and immoral?
What?
SeaWorld.
Yeah, it'll start with stuff like that.
But that's
But-
because they actually do abuse their animals.
But
They've
yeah,
done so for a long time.
I just think, you know, the iPad kid generation is going to really take over, and they're not going to have interest in
Why
seeing-
would I want to see a giraffe when I can look at my iPad
Yeah.
and see a giraffe?
No, for real. I feel
You
like
have a very fair point with
I feel
that,
like
think.
technology is going to really screw up. the
What do I
future
need?
of
What do I
zoos.
need to
You
go
can
to the
have
zoo?
robot zoos.
What do I need to go to the zoo for when I could put on my VR headset and be at a zoo?
Yeah. But I think that's it. Do we want to ask a question for the episode? We haven't done that in a while.
Maybe we should.
What's
Yeah.
the question of the episode? Challenge. It's not related to Des Moines Con.
Ooh, not related to Des Moines Con.
Yeah.
What new shirt would you like to see Isaac wear on the next episode of the podcast?
I'm not voting for that one.
Oh,
We should hold a fan fan
contest.
contest for designing the next.
Ooh, that'd be
shirts.
fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the question? Do you
No.
want to hold a contest?
that was just a
shirt
different thing.
contest.
That was completely unrelated.
It just
Oh,
made me.
As you can see, Jordan's in his own world.
What
over
Simon said made me think of it. I was like, oh, okay, that sounds cool.
here. Sure. Sime, what do you dedicate this podcast about?
We didn't even ask a question, did we?
No, we didn't.
What shirt do you want to see Isaac wear?
Okay, let's think of one.
What would you? What would you like?
What would you
Duh.
like to? What would you like to see as a piece of merch for us?
I was gonna say, what would you like to see from us at Des Moines Con 2026?
Yeah, but that has to do with the con.
It's more like us.
Still has to do with the con.
It says Des Moines Con 2026 in the. Bro, other people use these mics.
This is clean. I'm clean.
What?
No, you're not.
Why are you
Yes, I am.
smacking your mic on your nuts?
You
It's not nice.
All my friends hate me.
Breathe. It's okay.
What is your favorite book genre?
Yeah,
That
that's
is
a
the
good one.
question.
None. Books are stupid.
Yours is comic.
Horror.
Books are stupid. All of them.
All right.
I prefer
Simon,
media digital.
who or what did you dedicate this podcast episode out to?
I dedicate this podcast episode to Pokemon cards.
Okay. Jordan?
I dedicate this podcast episode to Sim having to work not from home.
All right, and I dedicate this podcast episode out to all the homies that signed the Too Many Words flag at Des Moines Con. You are absolutely awesome, generous with your time, and officially part of the community that we've developed on the
right here.
podcast. And we thank you so much for all that you do, for real. We're going to call it?
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, amen.
Amen on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Amen.
Oh, that was interesting timing.